Almost every day I read something about Java, and every day I am impressed. There are so many things I have never knew, and even more things are added in recent versions. I used to use classes like collection utils from Apache Commons and only just a few methods from the standard collections utility class, but it seems it is an underestimated gem that we should use more often. Hello my friends, it's Monday, so that it's good time to read a few articles and hear my opinion regarding them in the weekly links. My name is Alexander Barmin and it's my channel. Please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. Let's start. Let's start with updates. JEP 453, a structured concurrency preview, changed the status from targeted to integrated for JDK 29. This JEP survived a few rounds of incubation. The first incubator was in JDK 19, the second one was delivered to JDK 20, and the JEP is finally fully integrated in the JDK 29. Let me briefly remind what structured concurrency is about. Structured concurrency threads group of related tasks running in different threads as a single unit of work. This approach streamlines error handling and cancellation, improves reliability, and enhances observability. New structured concurrency does not aim to replace existing concurrency construct in the java.util.concurrent package like future or executor service, but aims to extend it and make the code more reliable. Well, by the way, even if you think that you never write concurrent code, you may use frameworks that extensively use concurrency under the hood. So, one way or another, this change and new API will be extensively used, so really looking forward to seeing in production. Let us move forward and talk a little about another Java feature which was introduced back in Java 14 and finally released in Java 16, records. Records are immutable classes that are very good for data transfer, and this is the most widely used scenario. Nevertheless, you can benefit from using records even in other use cases, and first of them is value objects. In domain-driven design, value objects represent a concept from a problem domain or context. There are many examples of value objects already, types like money, email, UUID, or version. And using Java records, you can create your own immutable types that represent value objects from your domain area. Another use case is immutable entities. Well, we used to use frameworks like Hibernate, which require mutable classes, so that they can't be easily replaced with records. Nevertheless, we have modern solutions like Spring Data JDBC or Spring Data Mongo that gracefully work with records. And finally, a small sum up from my side. If you're reading an article about Java records, you can definitely think about Lombok library and may tell me that it is more convenient to add a value annotation when needed. And that's actually true. Value annotation provides quite similar capabilities. It allows to generate code during compile time, which makes your classes immutable. But this immutability is provided by third-party library. These classes are not immutable, let's say, by design. They are immutable just in runtime. Moving forward. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned a collection utility class, and this class was with us since JDK 1.2 and was significantly updated in JDK 8. Okay, apart from binary search for minimum and maximum elements in the collection and calculating the frequency, there are a few more convenient methods. First of all, it is possible to compare to collection, like finding the substring and the string, but with help of collection utility class we can find sublist and the list and check if any item represents in both collections. The next useful feature is about adding and copying elements. Add many items in the collection, copy elements from one collection to another, and create a collection with n copies of a given element. Apart from adding, collection utility class helps with collection reordering, sorting with comparators and rotation around the given index, swapping elements in the collection and shuffling them. And finally, my favorite methods, creation of empty collections and creating collections with a single item inside. A short article from Oracle blog. Oracle introduces GraalVM free license. You may say that you were able to use GraalVM Community Edition for free as an individual, but unfortunately it cannot be used inside the organization. Companies are recommended to use GraalVM Enterprise, which is paid. Now changes and conditions are changed, and it is allowed to use GraalVM under Oracle non-fee terms and conditions license. And maybe in a couple of years my project will be changed and will start using GraalVM and stop suffering from long startup time. And by the way, if you're interested in GraalVM, I strongly recommend that you watch one of my latest talk about it, so there will be a notification and link right here. Let's talk about something apart from Java, and this time it's Podman. Please let me know in comments if you're using it or not. Well, Docker is a great tool without any doubts, and the main difference between Podman and Docker is that Docker requires root privileges to run containers. Well, and yes, you can run Docker containers without root access, but will face some limitation. Podman, in contrast, does not require root permissions, so a little more secure, and is open source. Because in order to run Docker Desktop on many computers inside the organization, you need to buy a license, but you can use Podman Desktop for free. Please put your ideas about using Podman instead of Docker in comments. And that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. See you next week. Bye!